Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to prop this camera up so y'all can see me and everything that I got going on. So, welcome back all my Sheeta Bear Cubs. Welcome back to the realest channel ever. I'm trying to remain covered. So what y'all been having going on? So, can y'all see this feast I have for you guys? Can y'all see it? Okay. Let me start off by saying, oh, and I got your girl sauce because y'all just love it so much. Mine's not as red as hers because I don't use the red chili paste or whatever, but I got that sauce on deck, and y'all know I don't make it exactly like B Love make her sauce. I don't use whole big pieces of ginger, those big slithers of pickled ginger that she used. I use minced ginger. I mince my ginger. And I have slithers of garlic. But anywho, so I came today to bring you this seafood mukbang. So we got sausage, eggs, corn. You dig it? We got a little bit of everything. Trying to get this position so y'all can see the goodness that we got going on over here. I'm trying to push this back a little bit more because I feel like if I push it back more, get a better view. Okay? Cool. So I got the sauce right here. So we can be all frazzling, dazzling sauce. That was my fault. My fault mistake. Let me see. Let me get this together, you guys. And I don't want to stop the recording of it because that's been my hardship for me. What in the world? Did this camera turn on? Yes, it did. Okay. I feel like the medicine bottle was pushing it forward. Okay, make sure, Lord. Let me I'll move over something for you guys. I gotta stop moving. I'm trying to make it so. That's what I need to do. I need to put this here in the front so that the camera. Only thing it's doing is obstructing my own view. But okay, so it's like I can't move anything. Unless this whole setup is gonna. You know why the setup is so screwed up? The setup is screwed up because, as usual, my phone has to be on the charger. I know I can't keep the charge, so I'm gonna put that right there just so it don't come crashing forward. Okay, perfect. So today's drink is going to be LaCroix. I'm thinking of the extra silent sparkling water, and this is the grapefruit flavored sparkling water. So I haven't tried any of these yet. I just picked them up. Y'all know I make faces. Okay. Okay. I'm not a fan of sparkling water. Let me just say that. I might as well just put that disclaimer out there. I'm not a fan. I've never been. I'm going to have to put this like this because it's driving me crazy. And I can put this a little bit down. I could dig it. I could get with it. Okay, so I had ate this one before I dropped my son off with his dad. These things are a little bit sharp today too. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dig right in. Let me see if I can break this apart. They're a little sharp today. The ones in the case, I feel like because they in the case that they're not shaved down, so they're a lot of bit sharp. I ain't even gonna say they're a tad bit sharp. They're a lot of bit sharp today. So I want to have some kind of like story time with you guys. I would love to share a story with you guys. A story that no matter how many times I tell it, I break down and cry every single time. Just a fact. Y'all already know I done told you about my experience with the fat. This is meat right here. It's 4 heads on there. Ooh, it's like a high. How much fat? And Q, from Eat With Q, I took your advice and I boiled them. So I got a 10-pound box. I'm going to show you what the box looks like. Not right now, but I will. I got it from Costco. And I've been meaning to get to a Costco, but it's not like this one like immediately near me. And it's not like it was one near somewhere I was going. So, but I had to go to my orthodontist today. I might have like 2, maybe 3 appointments left before these braces come off. I was supposed to be getting them off around Valentine's Day, but my next appointment is not until the 22nd. So, scrapping Valentine's Day. My spaces are all closed up, so I no longer have to wear power chains. This is a retainer wire that I have here in place so that my teeth don't shift. While the rubber band treatment, the elastics, try to correct my bite. So that's how your teeth are corrected, overbite or underbite with the rubber band. So that's the stage that I am in my braces treatment. I know y'all like, can she get to this meat? I'm trying. I really am. But these things were so sharp today. I got new scissors, you guys. Focus. That's a Betty Crocker. Y'all may not be able to see it too good, but I got them at the Dollar Tree. These are pretty good scissors, though. There's so many things that I like that come from Dollar Tree. Y'all know, y'all gotta check out the realest channel ever because I always have videos and stuff there. So I'm gonna sit this in the sauce. So that noise that y'all hear, that's a cat. Disclaimer, the cat is not really mine. So what happened is the cat actually, I don't think that the cat lived here prior to me living here. So y'all know I moved. But it was a cat, like, that's the fact, that hung around like outside, so I would feed it. And it was a little kitten. I named her Muffin. Me and the kids feed her every day, leftovers or whatever. And I'm about to throw this in the trash. And one day, Muffin, I opened the door and Muffin ran in my house. It's really, really cold outside right now in Philadelphia, so I'm letting her, like hang out or whatever. So okay. Every piece of meat off the back and everything going. Got sausage. Let's try this sausage in the stove. I'm not feeling sausage. Sausage should have been burnt. I like burnt sausage. Got some limes over here too. And I know I won't be able to eat all this food. This is a big old giant piece of meat. I'm gonna try to really see. It's so heavy. There was maybe 10 crab legs inside of that box. So the 10-pound box was $229. It saved you some money. So they put a new hook. What did she call it? See how my mouth is crooked? That's what she's trying to fix. I don't know if you guys know this, but I know. The side says higher. So she put a hook in here. And I had to hook a rubber band from inside to the outside of these two teeth. Try and bring my canine tooth down. I was just that. I don't know. Okay, so I live in Philadelphia, where there's a lot of murders occurring every day, daily, at a very rapid rate, and so many parents losing their sons and kids losing their dads, and these guys, their siblings and cousins, and their loved one. Period. To a lot of people, and the murder rate is not slowing down. But excuse me, y'all know this joint crazy for me. How's my teeth? Anywho, I want to give y'all the other side of murder, because killing somebody, I'm not gonna say it's the easy part, but for sure it's not the hardest. The hardest part of murder is all the feelings and the emotions that the family and loved ones are left to deal with. That's really the hardest part. So I'm gonna just share this story with y'all. Y'all know I go off on tangents and all that stuff, but I'm gonna just try to keep it all the way 100 with y'all. So my brother was murdered April the 11th, 2013. I had just given birth March the 26th, 2013. My brother was murdered. My brother and I weren't even speaking. We weren't even speaking because at Thanksgiving, he was at my grandma's house, and I probably was yelling at my little sister or telling her she was stupid or something, because she is. And, he always defends her. And I just feel like, she needs to grow up and she needs to be a better mother and stuff like that. And I'm the person, see, I always cut it on two sides. It makes it so easy. I'm the person that always on people, because that's just my nature. I be on top of people when they don't be on top of their own stuff. So, I was saying it about her or whatever. And, so, I cussed him out too when he took up for her. I did. And he had used to live with me and stuff. And but why I'm back that me and my other siblings are like parents to my other siblings, because my mom, when she was alive, she was on drugs. And then she died when my brother and my sister were young. So, that's my brother, but it's more like a parent figure. If that makes any sense, you guys. Okay. So moving forward. So that's what happened at Thanksgiving. So he wasn't even speaking. So I'm gonna just say this. My brother's murder changed. It changed my family. My family will never be the same. It'll never be the same. I don't think that these people that pull triggers on people understand the real damage that pulling that trigger can possibly do. My entire family will never be the same. My kids won't be the same. My nieces and nephews won't be the same. Me and my siblings won't be the same. My aunts and uncle will never be the same. My grandma wasn't the same. My grandma's heart got so weak after my brother's murder that my grandma died 4 months later. Yep, about 4 months later, my grandma died. So, because that was her baby. That little boy, she'll cuss him out and everything, but that was her baby. And he was with her right before he died. And he died at the top of the street that she lived on. So, it was hard for my grandma. So, I had just had a baby. So, keep in mind, I'm just reenact the whole night. And it's, I can sit here and react it now, but in the moments, you want time to stand still and freeze. But in them moments, it's moving so fast. So fast that you can't even... When you think back to the timeline, you just think like, how was everything moving that fast? So, the egg. I love the egg. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me just eat this egg and I'm going to reenact this. From the time I got the call that my brother was dead. I'm going to reenact it for you guys. I may get overwhelmed with emotion. And that's okay. Just pray for me. So, I told you guys I had a baby March the 26th. So, my grandma had been in New Orleans. I had kind of been like avoiding her a little bit. She was in New Orleans with my aunt. I hadn't called her in a while, but I knew I needed to talk to her. So, I knew she was in Philly, so I called her. And when I talked to my grandma, it had to be every bit of like 7 something, maybe 8 something, maybe 9 at the latest. But my grandma is usually in bed by 9 o'clock. You know how you just know somebody? Keep that in mind, that I just know my grandmother. My grandma, she usually in bed by 9 o'clock. It's been like that way since I was a kid. So, I talked to my grandma on the phone and she done, you've been avoiding me and yada yada yada. So we talked, we were in a whole conversation. I was like, I know, grandma, I know. And I knew she was gonna cuss me out about how I treat my brothers and my sisters, and she always telling me that I needed to change. And how she just wanted me to go back to being her sweet girl. But, life experiences, niggas, I just wasn't that sweet girl anymore. I had allowed the things that I had gone through to change me. You know what, B-Love and Q, y'all burn me up not eating this part. It's a nice sized piece of meat in here. So, anywho, we conversed about, how my brother had took her to breakfast that day, and although he paid for breakfast, it really cost her money because he drove her car and he parked it in a no parking spot, and so she ended up with a ticket for it. So she ended up with a ticket for how the breakfast really wasn't free. It really wasn't on him because she had a ticket. So, we laughed about that, and we just conversed, and I told her about the baby, she knows I was pregnant and all that stuff. And so I told her, I said, you know what, girl? I said, I'm gonna take you to breakfast in the morning. Because that way you won't have to cook while you're here in Philly. So I asked her if she ever been to this restaurant called Green Egg. She said no, she heard about it. I was like, well, I'm going to take you there in the morning. Okay, great, perfect. So, I gave her my goodbyes. I said, bye, Grandma. And to me, it felt like I had just hung up. But anyway, after I talked to my grandma, my son dad came in the house, and we played with the baby together. He was a newborn. We played with the baby, and we all went to sleep. And he comes in the house fairly late. But in my mind, because I had been being deprived of sleep because of the newborn, the timelines to me, and I slept so hard that it seemed like it was happening back to back. So I get a ring on my phone. It's 30. I'm gonna say it's 309. 309. It's like 308, 309. I hear my phone ring and I wake up. My baby father, he wake up too. I look at my phone. I picked up. I said, "That's my grandma," and I'm gonna reenact it. I said, she probably calling me. I'm looking at him. She probably calling me to cancel breakfast. I just hung up with her. She already canceling breakfast. Before I answered, I looked. I said, "It's 3:09 a.m." I dropped my phone. I said, my grandma is only calling me for one reason at 3:09 in the morning. My brother. I said, my brother. I picked the phone back up. I hit return missed call. I looked at the phone. I did just like I said. Grandma. She said, Rashida. I said, Grandma. She said, well, they done killed your brother. I said, no. I said, my brother not dead. He not dead. My baby father jumped up like, what's wrong? I said, no, my brother, he not dead. He not dead. She was like, I said, Grandma, where he at? Where's he at? She was like, they on their way. I'm about to go with Peaches. That's my aunt. He at university. I said, no. My baby father, this is before I was Muslim. He said, baby, it's going to be all right. Allah got him. I was mad at him for saying that to me. And I jumped up and I ran down the hallway and I busted my first son room, which is the middle room. I said, they killed my brother. And my son said, what, Mommy? What? They killed my brother. And I ran out of that room and I ran into my oldest son's room. And I busted the door open. And I said, they killed my brother. And I had backed out of his room and my son, he jumped up. And my legs, they gave out underneath me. They did. And I fell in the hallway outside the bathroom. And I said, they killed him. They killed my brother. And my son, he caught me. My son was maybe 14 at the time. It's 2009. My son be 21. That was 2011, 2018. My son was 13 at the time. And he caught me. He said, come on, Mom. Come on, Mom. Get up. And we didn't have a car at the time. And my mind's thinking like, how I'm going to get there? How I'm going to get to university? And I told y'all that call came in at 3:09. I called my girlfriend, Robin. I said, Robin, get up. She said, what's wrong? I said, they killed him, Robin. They killed him. She said, they killed who? I said, they killed my brother, Robin. They killed my brother. She said, Bradley? I said, I got to get to University Hospital. She said, meet me outside. Now, Robin lived 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Robin lived 6 doors down. I was in bed. I hurried up. I put clothes on. I jumped. I ran outside. She was parked across the street. Right outside my house. Robin haul ass down Spruce Street to University Hospital. Haul ass down University. Now, in the meantime, I'm calling my sister Jamila phone. I'm calling. She not answering. She in this love triangle with a husband and a boyfriend, and so she's turning her phone off at night when she with the husband or whatever. So I'm mad because I know why this phone is off, but I can't, nobody in my family can get in contact with her to tell her that my brother's dead. And now remind you, this first call came through at 3:09 in the morning. My girlfriend Hall asked him. When my girlfriend got to University Hospital, it was 3:21. That's 12 minutes, y'all. That was the fastest 12 minutes of my life. I got to University Hospital. My girlfriend went to park. I jumped out. I ran through the emergency room. I used to work at University. I ran up to the desk. I said, Miss, please somebody let me in the back. I need to see my brother. My brother's in the back dead. The lady was like, I'm going to get somebody to come out and help you. They sent the chaplain out. I just told you I used to work at University Hospital. The man came out. He said, come on, come in here with me. I said, no. I said, don't put me in that room. He was like, no, come on. I said, no. I said, I don't want to be in that room. I don't put me in that room where y'all go and y'all tell people that their family members is dead. Don't put me in that room. Don't put me in that room. He said, man, please calm down. Please calm down. I said, get off of me. And I went outside to wait for my grandma. But as I'm coming out back out the emergency room door, I see my little cousin Marky. She in a wheelchair. But me and her was pregnant at the same time. So I already knew she was doing there. And so she said, Rashida, what you doing here? I said, you were labor? She said, yeah. It was her baby father. I said, they killed Bradley. She was like, oh my God, but she really couldn't, she was in labor. So I go out the door. I see my aunt car pulling up, and I see my uncle, my aunt's husband, getting a wheelchair, putting my grandma in a wheelchair. And as he pushing my grandma up to the emergency room, my grandma trying her best to grab me. And my legs gave out again. I just started crying, Grandma. My legs gave out again. And then my uncle, he caught me. He held me. And then they took us in that room that I didn't want to go in. And we went in the room, and they telling us about his gunshot wounds, and he had got shot, I think 3 times this time, and one of the bullets pierced the back of his heart, and they said that nobody could survive that wound. If you get pierced this part of your heart and the back of your heart, nobody could survive the wound. And that's, they were telling us that. So I'm like, well, let me see my brother. I want to see my brother. But because it's a murder, the body is a part of the crime scene. And I'm like, no. They're like, you gotta go see the medical examiner. I said, no, I want to see my fucking brother now. So my grandma yelling at me like, Rashida, I don't tolerate that cussing. I don't play that. I'm like, fuck everybody, grandma. Fuck everybody, And that's what I said. And I left. And I went home with my girlfriend Robin. And I went in the house, and I laid downstairs on the couch, and I turned on the TV. And the news came on, and it flashed my brother's name and his face, and then it flashed the spot on the ground where his blood was, where he was shot at. So I'm sitting there, it's turned, dusk till dawn, and the lights coming out, and I'm just scared. My brother was just murdered. It's this feeling of fear that just come over you when you get these phone calls in the middle of the night. I can't even explain it. It's just like this fear, like you're afraid of the night all of a sudden. All of a sudden, you are afraid of the night. And I was afraid. So I fell asleep on the couch. I woke up, but I'm falling asleep from crying, and I'm waking up, and I'm falling asleep, and I'm trying to, take care of my newborn baby. And I didn't send my kids to school that day. And then probably finally at 7 something, almost 8 o'clock in the morning, my phone rang, and it's my sister. And she like,
You know, by this time I had calmed down. Rashida, what is going on? I saw these people texting my phone, talking about Bradley dead. Girl, what the hell is going on? I said, you didn't answer your phone. He did, Jamila. He's fucking dead. And she let out this scream that I will never be able to get out of my head. And when she let out that scream, my nieces and my nephews was in the house and they let out a scream too. And these screams sometimes replay in my mind. I can never get these screams out of my head. I can never get them out. They'll never leave. It's not a bottle of medicine that's going to make them screams leave my head. And I'm yelling at her because I'm mad because we'd already been to the hospital and everything. But because you got this situation going on, you're turning your phone off. I feel like grown people don't turn their phones off because in case of an emergency. And that's just how I feel. My grandma raised me that way. And that's just how I felt. So I'm not even eating this food. Y'all watching this video to watch me eat this food. Huh? I said, so I hang up. But I had called back down to the hospital and they said that we had to go identify him at a certain time at the medical examiner's office. They got like 9 to 5 office hours, which I think is totally screwed up because people die in the middle of the night and people want to see their family. So, but you have to make an appointment to go identify your dead family members in Philadelphia. And I got up the next day and I got up that day and went to my grandmom's house and it just was, the time was just passing. And my brother was in New Orleans and my aunt was in New Orleans and my other sister was in Florida. So it was me and my Aunt Peaches, and my grandma was leaving to go back to New Orleans the next day. So it was just me and my Aunt Peaches left here to make my brother's funeral arrangements. It was just us. And help from a good family friend named Nina. Nina's family, period. It's my niece's mom. She's family, period. And so every time I had to step outside the house at night, I was scared. It was just like everywhere I went, I was scared. Like, who would kill my brother? Why would they kill my brother? Are they going to come after me because he is my brother? So many things went through my mind. So much guilt because we wasn't speaking at the time. And I had just talked to my sister, and that day before I talked to my grandma, and she had told me that she was over there with him and how he was saying, that he was sad because me and him wasn't talking, and he like, my sister, we ain't even talking. She just had a baby. I ain't even see my new nephew yet. My brother, he was a sensitive person. He really was. And you would have had to know him to understand him. He was a very sensitive guy, but his heart was filled with pain. My mom died when my brother was young, and his dad died right after my mom. And his favorite cousin that was like a mom to him, she died after that. My brother, he just went through a lot. He was born addicted to crack, bounced around from place to place, in and out of placement. You have to know him to understand him. But he was the most loving boy. He was. I think my brother was 23 when he was murdered. Me and my sister's birthday is the same day. It's a couple weeks before his, and he would always try to give us money for our birthday and take us out to eat. And no, me and my sister, we not twins. Our birthday is the same day. We 1 year apart. And this was crazy. That what happened. So days went by. Gotta get shoes and Gotta make the arrangements. But it's like this dark cloud over my family. It's this bit of fear that's instilled in everybody. So those screams, they still haunt me. So then, the day of the funeral comes, right? And my sister that flew up here from New Orleans, and my brother and my aunt, they came up from, my sister came from Florida, my aunt and my brother came from New Orleans. So, they came the day before the funeral. They came on a Sunday. The funeral was on Monday. So, they hadn't seen him. I saw him Friday. I went to go identify him, you know, to make sure he looked like himself at the funeral home. That's really, really important. I went in there. He didn't look like himself. I gave the lady the picture again. I said, that's not what he looked like, and make him look like this. I said, fix this, fix that. I came back in. I said, nope, still fix this, fix that. I went out, let her fix. I came back in the third time. He looked right. He looked like himself. I said, that's him. Don't touch it. That's him. And he went back in the freezer until Monday. So, what? So, the day of the funeral, we all at my grandma's house. We leaving from my grandma's house, of course. We all get in the limos and stuff, and we pull up. So me and my siblings is in the limousine. We pull up to the church that we grew up in. I told you that my brother and my sister had just came from their respective states, Louisiana and Florida, the day before the funeral. So my sister, she was sad and she had cried a little bit, and my brother was sad, he had cried a little bit, but they wasn't there for everything I was there for, because the day before the funeral, when my sister got there, they was having a vigil for my brother, and I went home. It was like, you're not staying for the vigil. I was like, I've had enough, you know. I've already had been running around for days, picking out his clothes and his shoes, and, you know, making sure he gonna get a haircut, making sure he gonna look right, collecting money. I'm tired. Y'all take care of this. I told him a vigil, I had to run around and get t-shirts made. Like, go ahead, y'all, just take care of this, y'all. I don't even need to be there. So I let them do that. But we pulled up in front of that funeral home. The way my older brother screamed inside that limousine. The way my sister screamed inside of that limousine. They just wasn't ready. I was ready because I had seen him in the funeral home. But they wasn't there, so they wasn't ready. They wasn't ready. So I got out the limousine. There was so many friends and family outside waiting for us. And I just had to respectfully ask everybody, can y'all please just give my siblings a minute to get themselves together? These screams. Everybody always think I'm crazy and weird, but y'all don't know the kind of sounds that live in my head. I got the screams of my siblings replaying in my head. And it's not a daily thing for me. But it does. It replays in my head. The screams that my sibling let out in front at church. And I talked to my aunt after the funeral and after the repast and everything. And my aunt even said the same thing. She said, Rashida, I'll never be a savior, you know? You raise somebody and, you know, you watch them grow up and nurture them. And then in the middle of the night, you get a phone call that somebody thought that they was God and they pulled the trigger and they took their life. The child that you raised, that you nurtured. And my cousin went crazy after that. He bipolar, schizophrenic. That set it off because my brother was in the house. He had been out with my grandma that day. He had been in the house. My cousin woke him up out of his sleep and bugged him for money to the point where my brother got so mad that my brother left out the house. He went to a bar, had a drink. He went to another bar, around the corner from that bar. It's alleged that he got into an argument with a bartender. And he told her fuck her. And the bartender made a call. And by the time my brother crossed the street, when he left, he was on a little block. He made it to the first big block. By the time he crossed the block, somebody came up on him and shot him. And, you know, it's rumors, you know, that he had knocked on the door of the people whose house he died in front of and asked him, could he come in? And he felt like somebody was going to try to kill him. And they wouldn't let him in. It's just so many rumors. But the loved ones of the murder victims, every day I live with these questions like, my brother was dying. Did he know he was going to die? Did he beg that person to spare his life? Did he? I just don't know. Did he cry? Did he pray? I just don't know. I'll never know. So the next time one of you young guys decide to pick up a gun and pull a trigger on somebody because you don't like them, but they never endangered your life. They didn't endanger your family member's life. Think about the trauma you will cause to their family members because their family is innocent to whatever it is you feeling towards them. Their family is completely innocent. Yet when you pull a trigger, you cause those innocent people so much torment and so much pain that will never go away. My brother never killed nobody. My brother didn't deserve that. Even if the story about him arguing with the bartender was true, he was drunk at a bar. He didn't deserve to die for that. Me and my family and my siblings, we don't deserve to live with this eternal pain because you got into an argument with a drunk customer. I really thought that was a part of the job. I'm really going to have to do my mukbang all over. I'm going to have to start it all over and just make this a story time. But be blessed. I'm going to post it.